Hi, how are ya? How was your week? It was chilly, it was comfortable, and it was sunny. It was a good week. And we're still dealing with what we're dealing with, like we do every day, every week, every second of the day. But it's been a little hard in terms of the world, in terms of globally, in terms of fighting and anger. And so it's kind of hard for us to understand why there's so much anger and fighting when we know that life is too important to do that. Kenny was thinking, and he said, how do you remember and honor someone and still live life? How do we keep moving and do what we need to do for everybody else who's here? How do we continue living this life when people that we love are not here? And why do people not get it? Why do some people, not understand how important, how precious life is? Life, that we believe life came from God, right? Genesis 2:7. Then the Lord God took dust from the ground and formed man from it. The Lord breathed the breath of life into the man's nose, and the man became a living person. In Jeremiah 1:5, before I made you in your mother's womb, I chose you. Before you were born, I set you apart for special work. Psalm 127:3, children are a gift from the Lord. Babies are a reward. And Psalm 139:14, I praise you because you made me in an amazing and wonderful way. What you have done is wonderful. I know this very well. God made us on purpose. He gave us something, a job to do. He gave us a family to be with. He gave us rules to follow. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we only feel what we feel. We don't feel what God gave us. God, I don't think this makes sense. This is what I know. I know my daughter was born. I know she figured out her life. I know she affected hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. I know she followed the rules at the best that she could. And I know that what was important to her was those children that she took care of, was her family. I know that Colleen understood the value of life, that you don't fool around with it, that you take it and you run with it. You go out and you see what this world has to offer. You go traveling, you go to different places and learn about different cultures. Colleen knew that you took care of other people, that you listened to other people. You were there. Colleen knew that the greatest gift that God gave us is love. She knew all that. And God still took her. I don't know why. But I do know that we need to learn from this. We need to learn from my daughter of what is important in this world. Fighting over land is not important. Fighting over cultures, not important. fighting, not so much loving, taking care of, looking at things from another person's point of view. Those are things that God taught us. Those are things that Colleen knew and lived her life for. I get human emotion. I get we are not always happy and we are not always loving. I totally get that. There's an anger in this world, and I get that too. But the bottom line, at the end of the day, the end of the year, we need to remember we need each other. We need to be together. We need to make choices that help each other. We need to learn from Carl. She knew it. That's why she chose what she did to do. That's why she chose to take care of children who could not take care of themselves. That's why she chose to take care of children that other people had a hard time with. Because she knew they needed her. We need to look at life like that. I can't fix the world. I don't want to fix the world. I just want you to know that for me, what's important is you, my family, life, love, God. You know, I think simply. Yes, I do. You know, I think like a 3-year-old. And the simplest thing, the idea that this world comes to, that what I want to live my life about is what Colleen did, love. And so I'm not going to be able to fix the world. I can't really even fix a whole lot of stuff, but I can give as much love as I possibly can. And honestly, the last couple years, I feel like it's easier to do that for me now. In the last couple of months, I've been realizing my daughter was an expert at it. So maybe you learn from my girl. And you love. Whether you know them or not. Whether you agree with them or not. You just know that life is precious. God made everyone and made them all precious. Let's remember that when we're dealing with people, when we're mad at somebody, when life is not going the way we think it should go. God figured it out. He made us capable of love. He made us like Him. My daughter was 31 years old when she passed away, and she knew a billion times more than I do. And God gave that to her. And Colleen helped people the whole time. So maybe what she is doing now is helping just by the life that she lived and the way that we can remember it. There's a poem I found. Nirankari Baba Hardif Singh Ji. That's who wrote it. Life is very precious. Each breath we are taking is very precious. We have to value this. We do not know at which moment of our life suddenly there will be silence. And so live with it. Love, peace, and make it joyful. This person knew. They knew. Life is precious. We got to live it, and we got to take care of other people. That's what we have to do. That's our job. That's our number one job, is to love other people. That means think about things from their point of view. It means think about other people when you're doing things. It means always have love uppermost in the part of your brain that is figuring out how to do this life. And if it's hard to remember, just think about Carl. Or the person that you love, the one that you love, that left, that now knows also, that lived their life that way. So this week, when you deal with people, keep that love right in your head. Make sure you know. That's the most important thing. We take care of each other. Let's learn from Colleen. We take care of each other. This life is precious. No more fighting. Taking care of each other. I love you. I miss you a lot. But we'll be together soon. Have a good week and love.